Hi, and welcome to the quick setup of a ZachTek WSPR transmitter. So when you get the transmitter, you need to plug in a GPS and put it in a window so you can get a GPS signal. You also plug a USB cable into your computer, and it will then show up as a serial port. If you have not already downloaded the software, please do so at ZachTek.com/download. This is the software, and I've plugged in my transmitter, and now I have to find it amongst the serial ports. In this case, there's only one serial port, so I'll pick that one and then press the connect button. That will then take a few seconds for it to read all the settings from the transmitter. You can follow the progress here, and you will also see these Windows updates once it has read all the information. Okay, so now let's go over to the WSPR Beacon tab. You click this tab here and do all your initial settings. There's a lot of stuff here, and it might be daunting to see all of these settings, but this is a quick setup, so I'll only go over the basic stuff, and there's another video that goes more into detail on the other settings. So to just get you started, you only have to do two things. You have to set your call sign, you do that over there, and you have to pick what bands you want to transmit on. So let's set a call sign. In this case, I'll set my own SM7 PNV. Use whatever call sign you have assigned to you. And then pick a few bands you want to transmit on. In my case, let's pick 40, 30, and 20. That's 3 bands, and that's a good start just to check it out. You can also have an optional pause after it has been transmitting on all the bands and before it cycles over and starts over again. And that's set here. If you don't want to have a pause, that's fine as well. You don't want to be transmitting too often, though. You want to give other users a chance to also use the very narrow 200 Hz band used by WSPR transmission. So having a few minutes of pause after the last transmission could be a good thing. So let's say I at least want 2 minutes. So this is in seconds, so 120 seconds. You would put 120 there. This is it. You're done. You're ready to start the transmitter. And when you press the save button here, all of these settings that you did will be saved into EEPROM on the transmitter. That means you can now unplug it, and these settings will be stored even if it loses its power. What you can do before you do your first transmission, you can reread all these settings just to make sure that it was properly saved. So press this, and the same procedure that happens when we started will now happen once again. It will read all these settings and just make sure that everything was saved. Okay, did you notice that that was not saved properly? So the 40 meters band, even though it looked like we have saved, it was not. So let's just do it once more. Save settings, reread, and see if it was properly saved this time. Yep, there we go. Everything seems okay now. So you can now run it from your computer just by pressing start here. You will see it indicated it is now running here by this blue area, and you can also see that the program running inside this transmitter is now the WSPR Beacon. It didn't start immediately to transmit though, because it needs to do that on top of an even minute. So when the seconds are 0 here and the time is 14, then it will start the transmission. And you can then at that time see and follow along what's happening. It will start on the lowest band, and this progress bar will update as it's doing its transmission. It will take 2 minutes for it to transmit on the 40 meter band. So it's now started. You see this time stop there. This chevron is now updating and indicating that it's doing its thing. You can see what frequencies it's transmitting on. This variation that you see here is the modulation that the WSPR information is using to transmit. And After it has been transmitting for 2 minutes, it will then change band, do the 30, and then do the 20 minutes. So this will take 6 minutes. And after that, it will be a 2-minute pause, and then it will start over again. So that's how easy it is to get started. And that's all for now. And in the next video, we'll go over all of these settings and what they mean and what you can do with them. So thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.